Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to St. Hill Reports. I'm Tommy St. Hill. Along with me is a very famous gentleman in Philadelphia, Percy Buster Custus. He is the owner, trainer at Shuler's Gym, the premier boxing gym in the city of Philadelphia. Accompanying Mr. Custus is Yusaf Mack, the USBA Light-Heavyweight champ, excuse me. He will be defending his title on April 27th against Omar Sharif at Resorts Atlantic City. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Mr. Shuler, tell us something about yourself, your program, and how you have trained many champions. You have a championship sitting next to you, have one waiting in the wings. Tell us about yourself and your program.
Well, I'll tell you how we started the gym. You know, the gym started 1993, 750 North Brooklyn Street in West Philly. We opened the gym trying to help get some of the kids off the street, get them something positive to do. And as far as them turning pro, didn't pass my mind. All I wanted to do is to give them another avenue besides doing street stuff, drugs and all the other stuff. And it evolved into kids like this that was 7 or 10 years old when he came in the gym, and started from amateurs, boxing the Golden Gloves, Silver Gloves, and different tournaments, and winning all the stuff. Surprised me. I never thought none of them would turn pro, and only went from Yusaf was one of the last ones to turn pro, but we went from Gerald Nobles on down the line to Frank Walker, James Shuler, a whole lot of different various guys that turned pro and did good, you know. So they all never had a problem with them in school, never had peer pressure or none of that stuff. It just turned out to be positive, and we're still doing it. We got all type of people, Timmy Witherspoon, Robert Bam Bam Hines, Buster Drayton, all type of guys coming to our gym as part of our gym. And kids like this kid y'all see in a minute, Rasheen Brown, that's the two-time Silver Glove National Champion, 2011, 2012, doing it straight in a row consecutive. And we got plenty of guys that's doing all kind of stuff in boxing. We sponsor the Mid-Atlantic tournaments, you know, amateur shows in our gym. And we do shows at 3801 Market, which we got one coming up July the 7th. We just did one in January. So we do a lot of stuff in boxing. It's like spiritually inclined, and we just pushed by the Creator to do the right thing.
Okay, before I get to Mr. Mack, Shuler Gym, a lot of people who doesn't know boxing, tell us about Mr. James Shuler, his legacy, what he meant to the Philadelphia community. Can you just fill us in on his background?
James Shuler he was a national Golden Gloves champion. He was all kind of different championships he won in the nationals, and then he went on to go to the Olympics in the 80s when they boycotted it, which he was the most hopeful of being the Olympic gold medalist. And he evolved from there. He turned pro with Butch Lewis and different guys, and he went on to fight Tommy Hearns, and did a good job, you know, being a professional. I think his record was 30 and or something at the time. So he achieved a lot. James was like a mentor, and he was a guy to follow, you know, because all he did is play basketball, ran track, everything was sports to James. He never lived long enough to have a bad name because everything he did was positive, you know. So.
Okay, Mr. Mack, again, we're going to welcome you to the show. What has Mr. Custus and Mr. Custus done for your career in terms of getting you off the streets and making you into a champion, a world champion? Can you explain that?
Father figure, you know, uncle figure, my trainer and my manager. Just when I was 7 years old, took me in his basement, showed me how to jab. From there, it was like, you know, everything else took place. Then me and my cousin, one of my other cousins, you know, he said, oh, he opened a gym for us. He opened the gym in '93, and then went from there.
And now you are a world champion.
No, USBA, United States champion.
United States champion. There's still a world champion in the United States. Yeah. Okay, tell some of the younger people out there, some of the young teenagers standing on the corner slinging, what they can do if they apply themselves.
My whole thing is put down the guns, put on the gloves.
That's a good saying.
Put down the guns, put on the gloves.
And where do you come from? You what
I'm from West Philly.
You're from West Philly. All of y'all from West Philly. And what is how do you reach out to the young kids? And I mean, how do you promote the gym to get the young kids off the street to come into the gym?
The gym basically promotes itself. It's like, I mean, I know so many people, you know, in the neighborhood that a lot of them that have boxing in them want to come do boxing, but it's not that everybody has to box. Some people come in and just work out and train. Everybody don't box. Everybody ain't gonna be a fighter. Like, you can expose them to different things. Like, I suppose this young kid to tennis and other little things, drones and stuff, so they're gonna choose what they want to do. But the door's open right there. There's not a lot of gyms in Philly, and there ain't too many in Philly like our gym. Our gym is unique in its own way. Like I said, it's spiritually divine that the gym got open. It wasn't planned. Like, it was something that just happened, and I opened it up, and it just evolved. And the kids get a choice to do things. We got a lot of kids on the honor roll in our gym. We going to put a wall up for the honor roll students and all kind of stuff, you know.
I noticed he's not sitting at the table now, Mr. Jeff Felder. He brought you to my attention. He always have you down, Councilwoman Janie Blackwell's office. I think y'all were just noticed with, congratulated with the council proclamation last week.
Right.
And he's always out there, Jeff Felder's always out there helping people, trying to promote positive things in the community. Can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Jeff?
Jeff, man, he wears so many hats, I don't know what to call him. He just does everything. He just administrates. He helps us promote. He put jobs together, all kinds of stuff that we need in the community that I don't go out and do because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But Jeff brings a lot of the stuff that we need to help this thing go further and open the doors for them kids and stuff. Jeff is the man, you know. He's really there with A1, you know, 100%.
Good. And he's your official promoters. I know in the city of Philadelphia he is, because he takes y'all everywhere, introduce y'all to people.
Yes,
Mr. Mack, when is your, after your April 27th bout, you will have another bout coming up.
July 7th.
And where will that be?
3801 Market, First District Plaza.
Right, and that's good because that's right in the heart of the community.
Yes, it is.
So y'all want people to come out for that. How many potential champions are you training in your gym? I know two of them are here now.
Right.
But besides the two that's here now.
Well, we got Eddie Chambers. We already had Steve Cunningham, been the two-time world champion. We had Robin Hines. We got kids. We got guys going out to be that's already national champions, but the world champions is Eddie Chambers. What's it? Steve Cunningham. Hank Lundy. We had Bernard Hopkins at our gym for 2.5 years. So you know we got a lot. We got Will Guthrie. It's a lot of people. Like I said, Timmy Witherspoon already been champion, but all them guys is out our gym now. All of them, you know.
Wow. And you do have a world-class gym, and it takes a little bit of monetary effort to keep that gym going. How do you financially keep a world-class gym like that going?
That's something I don't know. I mean, like I said, through the grace of God, it's like I should have been shut the doors because I had money saved up for vacations for my life. My wife then got mad at me because I done put all our money into the gym. You don't know it. You don't know you're doing it at the time, but you figure it's a good move. So, I mean, if something good happened out of it, it's good, you know, going forward with the kids and stuff. And you watch them grow up like him from a child on up. You don't think about the money.
Yeah, that's worth it. It'll come back.
You don't think about it.
Good to you.
People always say it's going to come back. I'm like, please, my wife don't want to hear it. You know.
Well, okay, we want to start wrapping this up, but I want to thank y'all. Do y'all want to add anything else in terms of what you're doing in the future? What kind of events you want to do?
We want to keep on promoting. We really need sponsors. We really need sponsors to help us promote at the 3801 Market to get this thing going so I can do shows more often. And the kids that we got coming out of there can be built from the ground up, you know. like I say, everything we do is through the grace of God, and I always know that's going to push us and carry us to where we got to go, you know.
Mr. Custus, tell us one more time, where is your gym located? How can kids get in touch with you with a phone number? Or where are you located? Can you give us the address,
Right.
the location?
And 750 North Brooklyn Street, West Philadelphia. Phone number is 215-416-1282. 750 North Brooklyn Street in West Philly, right off of 42nd and Lancaster. And you can always look us up on buster754@gmail.com.
I want to thank the viewers for joining us tonight. Our guest, Percy Buster Custus, owner trainer at Shuler's Gym in West Philadelphia, and Mr. Yusaf Mack, USBA Light-Heavyweight champion. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen, and it was a pleasure.
Thanks a lot, man.
Along with me in the studio this evening, a very special guest, Mr. Rasheen Brown. Mr. Brown is 13. He's a two-term national silver glove champion. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Mr. Custus, you've taken Rasheen under your wings. I think he's one of the youngest champions. Tell us about your young charge, how he came into the gym and how you came into contact with him.
Well, since he was about 3 years old, the gym was open. Bernard Hopkins and the guys like that was in the gym training all different type of guys. And he used to live next door to the gym. On the back porch, he would come to the door. And he used to always say, Uncle Buster, I want to box, can I box? You know, and I used to be like, I'll see you later, I'll see you later. And, you know, I'd play around with him a little bit, play around with him until he got of age, because the gym, he started 7 years old. So when he got of age, he came in and I started officially training. And he just started getting in boxing. One guy one day, I told him a guy was going to have to take it easy on him because he was a little bigger than him. And he didn't have to take it easy at the second round. He said, we don't have to take it easy on this guy. He can control himself good enough. So he worked with the guy. And from then on, he kept on boxing. And now he's done won different little championships. One of them is silver gloves. He went to the Nationals 2 times. And he won both times. And, you know, he just picks up real good, real easy with anything. Riding the bike, anything he do, he just picks right up. So he's the same way with boxing, he picks up.
How long has he been at the gym? How long has he been under your tutelage?
That's my nephew.
Oh, that's your blood nephew. Okay.
His mother's my first niece.
Okay. So Rasheen, you are 13 years old. What school do you go to?
James Rose Elementary.
And I hear you're an honor roll student.
Yes.
Congratulations. What drew you to boxing and what does it do for you?
What drew me to boxing is my uncle had a gym next door to my house, and I used to see my brother box and other people from the gym, and I wanted to do it.
And can you tell me what has it done for you in terms of your national championship at the age of 13? When you go to school, do you feel a little powerful that you're national, like you've accomplished something so awesome as that?
Yes.
That's a good thing, right?
Yes.
Tell us about your experiences working under people like your uncle and seeing people like Bernard Hopkins, legends, come in the gym. What does that do for you?
Well, it is good. It'd be fun, and I'm lucky.
Mr. Custus, how many other children would you like to tutor and be like your nephew? Because this is really an accomplishment. A 2-time national silver glove championship at the age of 13. I mean, that's really an accomplishment. And an honor roll student at Rhodes.
It never, to me, it's just like it's like in a day's work. It just evolves day by day by day by day. And I never even looked at it like that until somebody else said something to me about it, being 2 times, you know, champion. But working around guys like Robin Hines, Willie Folks, and all the trainings that we got in the gym, that inspires the kids, period, because Robin Hines is a former world champion, a 154-pound world champion. Let people know that we got champions around us. Like I say, Timmy Witherspoon, all type of guys. inspired. His brother was a Golden Gloves champion that started in the gym when he was a little kid. So it's just a chain of events that's going on and on. So many people around the gym, the morning stuff, and people just look for him to do it. You know, it's just another thing to do every day.
So tell me about his day. When he gets home from school, I think they get out of school at 3 o'clock. How many hours a day does he spend in the gym training? Is he there every day? Is he there 3 days a week? Or to be a national champion, it takes time, it takes training. How much time does he spend with you?
About 2 hours, I think. About 2 hours a day.
3 hours.
3 hours a day.
Yeah.
And you be squaring off against other kids your age, or some are older. Do you intend on making this a career, boxer, to be a boxer, a professional boxer? Well, that's a good thing. Hopefully you'll become a national adult champ and make the millions that they make. What do you want to say to young children, young kids, you're not a child, excuse me, young kids out there that want to do things with their life and want to have as much discipline as you have? Because I know it takes discipline for you to not only be a champion, but to be an honor student at your school. What do you want to, any advice you could give to some of your colleagues that's your age?
So, never give up and do your best.
And we're at the historic Shuler's Gym on Aspen and Brooklyn Street in West Philly. Joining me today is Mr. Percy Custus, also known as Buster, the owner of Shuler's Gym. How you doing,
How you doing,
Buster?
man?
Good, good. He's been owning Shuler's Gym since 1994. He has an upcoming big mega fight, which has been moved. Do you want to tell the audience about that card and that fight?
Yeah. We're moving from 3801 Market. Now we have the new prestigious convention center at Broad and Arch, which opens to be the first fight that they had there. We want to have a nice showing and a nice show out there come July the 7th.
Can you tell me about some of the title holders and some of the names that will be fighting in that fight?
We got Yusaf Mack. We got Yusaf Mack. We got Dafir Smith, Terrible Tim Witherspoon, Terrible Tim's son. We got Corey Marley. We got some amateur kids on it. We got Tyrone Crawley. We got Tony DeBose as an amateur. We got Maurice Williams. We got a little two-time national silver glove champion, which is Rasheen Brown. It's going to be a night of fun. We're really going to enjoy some great boxing there that night.
Okay. Well, this facility is very, very nice. It has everything in it. How does this facility serve the surrounding community?
Well, the kids, we bring the kids in from the age of 7 on up, from down to the gym, that they start learning the fundamentals of boxing, all the way up to the age of the guy you seen that just left was 82 years old.
Right, that was
and
very impressive.
We train kids, girls, amateurs, pros, you name it, we do it. You know what I mean? But in the community, we help the kids and give them direction, discipline and direction and stuff from the evils of the streets. And most of the kids that come here, you don't see the courts up here, you don't see the police up here looking for none of the kids that train in this gym. There's always something positive. There's a positive force coming out of them in the gym. So when they get done here, they go home at night, they wore out. When they finish here and come from school, they really wore out. All they want to do is have sweet dreams when they get out of here.
And I'm sure that the parents and the surrounding neighbors appreciate your efforts here.
I came up with the gym was something that I did. I was a Golden Glover, at my time. I boxed Dwight Qualley, Side, Braxton, all them dudes, and it's just something that was there. And then me and James was good friends, so I decided that James had just got killed to do something to carry his name, being the guy that he was. He was a person that you never had nothing bad to say about. Everybody loved him. So I figured it was something as a mentor for the kids to follow, something, his name and stuff. And it turned out to be a good choice,
For our viewers who don't know James Shuler, can you tell the viewers about him?
Yeah.
I mean, most people in the boxing industry know about him, but can you tell people?
Yeah, I could go and say he had 100 and some fights. He had like 90 some wins, but amateur fights, 30 some pro fights. He lost one to Tommy Hearns, but he was just a hell of a guy. I mean, he was a top not swimmer, a top track star, a basketball player. All he did was athletics. This guy, I used to pick him up in the morning, 5 o'clock, to go running, because he was like 6 years under me. So at that time, I was 20 something. James was like 16 or something, and I used to run with him in the morning. And we finished running, we go home and take our nap. We come back, I'll go to school. James would go home and go sleep. We sleep all day long till gym time. Sleep was his strength, I think. And when I get out, I'll go pick him up and we go to the gym. And before that, he would go play ball sometime if he was up. If he wasn't, he'd sleep. He'd get finished with the gym, he'd go run ball all day. Never was in no trouble, never did no bad stuff. He was just a hell of a guy. So, you know, it was like some type of guys you would meet that where I come up at, guys didn't do a lot of stuff that James did. He came up the right way, and he stayed on that.
I see in the back of you have a salute to our hero and leader, Lucian E. Blackwell, who I had the honor to work for as his director of communications when he served in Congress. How did Congressman Blackwell help you, and what relationship did you have with him?
Well,
he was a boxer himself.
Yeah. I didn't know, I didn't even know Mr. Blackwell knew me at the time. He said he did, because he used to always come up here and call me Little Percy or something. But I didn't know he knew me like that. I just knew he probably knew me through the channels, boxing or whatever. And he always would do everything to help us, always fundraising and do all kind of good things for the gym. And one day my mom was here and she said to me, I was like, Ma, he always said he knew me when I was little and all that, but I said, I don't know him, do I? She said, yeah, boy, that man used to hold you in his arms down on the waterfront. Mm-hmm. My dad drove a tractor and trailer, so he used to keep me in the truck with him, so.
And Congressman Blackwell grew up in this area.
Yeah.
He's from the bottom. He grew up in this area.
Oh yeah.
Can you name some of the fighters, pro fighters that's come out of this gym since 1994?
Yeah, Bernard Hopkins, which everybody loved Bernard.
He trained here.
Bernard was here for like 2.5 years,
mm-hmm.
and he was a role model leader. He's such a good orator, could talk. He would go to the schools and talk to mm-hmm. the study centers. He was just such whatever anybody else to say about him, I'm just saying what I know about him. And he was just a good role model in here and always will be, and he's a dude with God respect. We got Eddie Chambers who fights. Eddie Chambers fights this Saturday up in Newark, New Jersey. I forget the name of the place. But Eddie Chambers fights up there. We have Mike Grant, we got Steve USS Cunningham here. We got Jamal Davis. We got Jules Williams is an up-and-coming guy. He got trained. His name is Steve and Kenny. It's a bunch of guys that came out. Burt Cooper, Jesse Hart, Tobias Flowers, G. Coleman, Darren Fallon, Najee Turpin, Frank Walker. It's a lot of guys that walk through these doors. They come out here every day. Guys that come here is, what's his name? He just was here boxing the other day. Yusaf Mack. Damn, I can't even remember the boy's name. But it's a gang of guys that come here, Philly, that's on the scene right mm-hmm. now. Most of them had to come through here to get boxing if they're going to be in shape and they're going to be ready. Yesterday was so packed in here, it was crazy.
Right. Now, what does boxers have to do to join Shuler's gym? Do they have to pay a fee?
Well, we keep it simple. It's like a $35 a month fee.
Right.
And a $30 registration fee. So when you come in, it's going to be $65.
Right.
And you can look up any of our stuff that you need to look up on shulersboxing.com, www.shulersboxing.com. You'll see everything that you need to know about the trainers, such as Khalil, Willie Folks, Jimmy Beecham, the guys that died, some of the guys that helped us out, Al, Yusaf Mack's father, and Terry Smith. There's a lot of guys that was here to train, Cyclone Hart. All those guys, been here, part of our gym. Salone Harris, just a bunch of guys.
What plans do you have in the future for Shuler's gym?
Well, right now we're trying to build a little park across the street. We're working on that right now. We're trying to get this, little area around cleaned up and do stuff so the kids can do other stuff there. There's gonna be a park over there with an erection of some gloves and stuff like that, and little sand lots and little
So the kids
horseshoe
can play.
things.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we
That's
had
good.
stuff, to clean it up all night so you can see it from Lancaster Avenue.
Right.
You can see the whole thing over here.
Right.
We looking for, like I said, we got a 501c, a foundation, and we look for sponsors and support all the time to help out with the gym, because we really want this thing to blow, for the whole community, so we can help out everybody in a positive way,
I noticed downstairs that you also own a nice, seems like a very clean, very modern daycare center.
Yes.
And seems to be one of the best daycare centers around here, just from its outward look.
Right.
What made you get into daycare?
I knew one of my daughters kept bugging me about opening up a daycare. So I took the time and we took and changed that and changed it into a daycare. And now they run it, my daughters and my wife have been there for 2 years plus, and they've been doing pretty good with it. It's a real clean, family-oriented gym. My mom works there. She got so many great grandkids in there, I don't even want to count them. And we got kids from the community, and it's a good thing. They take them out to arts and all kind of stuff. They take them to places all over the city. It's not just babysitting, you know what I mean? They teach the kids. My grandkids go there. My great-grandkids go there. So it's a good thing, I think, for the community.
Can you repeat the fight coming up, where it's going to be located, the time, and where people who, if they want to purchase tickets, where they could get those tickets from?
Okay. You can get the tickets from here. There won't be no tickets at the door. We got to get your tickets from my ticket sellers, or you can get it from Spencer's Barbershop.
Where's Spencer's Barbershop?
Spencer's Barbershop is on 4045 Lancaster Avenue.
Okay.
Or Shuler's Gym at 750 North Brooklyn. You can call them at 416-1282. Spencer's Barbershop is 215-386-7974. You can call there. You can, like I said, this is my new location. Is the convention center down in Broad and Arch, and it's July the 7th. We got amateur shows and we got pro fighters too. We got sponsors. Robert Garlic, George Bichetto, Sam's, Sabatino, Alvin Associates. All those guys will be at Terry's Funeral Home, Bottom of the Sea, Fresh Grocer, TJ Properties, and Central City Toyota. Guys, them are our sponsors. We got MCIC. All them guys is working with us. So we definitely gonna have that show there. We want everybody to come out and enjoy it. It's going to be a top-notch show. There's going to be a lot of good fighters on it. Yusaf Mack is a 3-time USBA champion. Dafir Smith just won the Pennsylvania championship in light-heavyweight. So there's a bunch of good talent on the card. And I definitely want to see, the people from the community come out and support it, because this is just the beginning of what we're going to be doing at the convention center. And we wanted to keep going on. We taking one room, but we wanted to be, so we're gonna have to open up another room and another room and have boxing jumping down there. And it's gonna bring a lot of positive stuff out with these kids that's doing in the gym. We're gonna take it down so people can warehouse and see what we really doing with boxing, other than just leaving it in the gym. Our fighters is coming out of this gym, and we're gonna showcase them on the show and show them what these little kids are doing. One of the kids graduate tomorrow. We got another one graduating. I got to go to graduations and everything. But we got a lot of honor students in here that we don't even have to push it. And a lot of these fighters is doing honor stuff now. I can't believe it.
Mr. Custus, I want to thank you for helping the community,
Okay.
for being a role model to a lot of the kids that need role models to stay off the street. I think you're doing a wonderful job.
Appreciate it.
And from everybody I hear from, they think you're doing a wonderful job. Percy, Custus, thank you very much. My name is Tommy St. Hill, and for St. Hill Reports, have a good evening.